Hi everyone, Harry Ponting here from Ray White in Warrnambool, bringing you another market update. We've just ticked over into a new financial year, so we'll go through all the latest stats from our previous month, quarter, and the financial year as a whole. And at the end, we'll just take a little bit of a forecast into what we think is going to happen over the next 12 months, whether it's regionally, locally in our community, and statewide, nationally as well. So stay tuned. Bit to get through. Let's get straight into it. So here at Ray White Warrnambool for the month of June, we had 14 unconditional sales, 6 auctions with a days on market sitting at 28, which is really good to see. Great confidence in our marketplace, and almost 400 individual buyer inspections. So plenty of people out there still wanting to transact, which is a great sign if you're looking at buying or selling. So over the quarter for Ray White Warrnambool, we saw 48 sales. We saw really good auction numbers as well, with 24 auctions and a clearance rate of over 70%. So over the last 3 months, that's really strong, really good confidence in our marketplace, and really good buyer inspections as well. Over 1,200 buyer inspections over that 3-month period, which just goes to show once again, there's still great consistency in our marketplace and a good sign of what's coming ahead over the next 12 months as well. Just quickly now, we'll take a look at the Warrnambool marketplace as a whole, not just in our office, but the region itself. We've got a median house price sitting at $600,000, which has been really consistent over the past couple of months. It did reach a peak at $610,000 there for a little while, so we've seen a little bit of a drop, but the fact that it's still over that $600,000 mark is a really good sign. Days on market sitting at 42, which is really good for the region. Anywhere between that 30 and 45 day period is a really peak moment when selling your property. The biggest change that we've seen in our marketplace is, of course, the volume, so the turnover of sales. That median house price of $600,000 normally going off 5 to 550 sales over a 12-month period. Right now, we're sitting at about 418 sales over 12 months. So a supply and demand issue perhaps is really keeping that median house price strong, but in terms of volume, that's where the marketplace has dipped a little bit. Just want to talk a little bit more about what's happening statewide and nationally as well. We've got some really good figures that came out at the end of the financial year, and particularly the auction data for the month of June. Auction data is a really good way for us to know exactly what's happening in real time. Obviously, when a sale comes across, if they're subject to finance or long clauses, it can take a while for that sale to actually get processed. So auction data is real time, it's happening right now, and there's some really good figures that I want to just quickly dive into on what's been happening around the state and nation over the last 30 days. So across the capital cities, we've seen incredible clearance rate. It's up over 78% for the month of June. That's an increase of 10% from last month. Last month it was sitting around that 68%. So that 10% increase is the biggest increase we've had in nearly 2 years. So really good confidence that our marketplace is still growing, mainly due to that supply and demand issue that we've had. It was a low volume of auctions over the past month. So buyers are seeing a bit more competition when they're out looking for property, which is keeping that median house price really strong. Just want to take a quick look now at the forecast for the year ahead. Obviously, a few metrics that'll dictate our marketplace and the real estate market as a whole over the next 12 months. The biggest being migration. So we've seen steadily over the last 12 months an increase in migration to Australia, in particularly the metro markets, Melbourne and Sydney. That in the past has had a flow-on effect to regional Victoria. Obviously, it's been easier for migrants to get visas to regional areas. That may change. There's speculation that it's going to open up to all of Australia, which will see still an increase in the regional markets, but it'll be more of a flow-on effect. For more information, Domain released a really good document on how the next 12 months is forecast to be projected. So I'll link that over the next couple of days. Keep an eye on the socials because that is a really good document. Also, raywhite.com has had a brand refresh on our website. There's now a whole section on the market insights. So if you are interested in following some of the data and some of the predictions over the next 12 months, jump onto that website. So that's it. Keep an eye out on our socials. I'll share all the facts, all the figures that we've received over the last 12 months. There's some really good documents provided by some really good analysts out there. So keep an eye out. If you've got any questions, please get in touch and we'll see you out there in the marketplace.